The show, everyone. I am so excited about bringing back my next guest. He's been on with me several times. I have with me Pavel Gerskovich, and he is the owner of Arizona Leech Therapy Center. You've got to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and kind of what we're going to talk about today.
Hi. Thanks for having me here, and it's good to be here again.
Thank you.
Probably your listeners know me by now. I moved to the United States about 48 years ago, and my education I had in Europe. For at least 20 years I am living in Phoenix, and I opened my office with Arizona Leech Therapy Center. We do brain reflexology and adrenals activation.
We're going to talk a little bit about what that is, because, you can't just say leech therapy real quickly and then just think like everybody's going to understand what that is all about, for sure. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, I want everybody to listen up. This is very important. A lot of people out there deal with ailments, and they probably deal with them for a long time, and you don't realize that there's certain things that you can do that Pavel can do for you that probably no one else out there can. But first we want to talk a bit about adrenals activation, because I first want to know what that is.
Well, adrenals is the most important glands in our system. They're located on top of our kidneys. And basically this is our battery. If our adrenals down, we're definitely not in the mood. We are completely out of energy. We can't sleep. Our body doesn't work properly. So what I do, usually doctors put patients on medication. That medication starts working only after from 5 to 7, 8 months. Why? Because it's a cumulative system. Your body have to accumulate enough of that medication for our body to respond. What I do, I activate our adrenals with pressure points. Actually, this is like acupuncture, but with my hands. There is like pressure points on our ankles that controls adrenals, about 18 pressure points on our spinal cord, 26 pressure points on our scalp, behind the ears and the neck. And I do that with my hands for at least 40-45 minutes. Guarantee after the first treatment, you get off the table like a brand new person.
Wow. So, okay, somebody that's listening to this say, I've been dealing with, I haven't been able to sleep properly, I always feel tired, right?
Well, obviously our body talks to us. If something doesn't work properly, we feel it. And sometimes we don't know what to do. And sometimes diagnosis is not right, and the doctor's treating us for something else. And there is no results. So before we go to pharmaceutical medications and other treatments, I would try adrenals activation by pressure points, and you will see results overnight.
Now, you're located in Optimal Health Clinic in Scottsdale, and the website is ArizonaLeechTherapy.com. His phone number to call, 480-621-6041. You do a consultation with people?
As a special, I would do a free consultation for everybody who called.
Okay.
Could be on phone or in the office.
So I think the best thing for people when you're listening, maybe it's you, maybe it's someone that you know. I mean, we always usually have a significant other maybe, but somewhere in there that we know somebody that is dealing with something like this. Give him a call and have that conversation with him and see if this is something that he said the first time you do it, you will definitely see a difference. Again, that number, it's 480-621-6041. So someone's going to see that difference right away. They're going to feel better. They're going to sleep better.
That's for sure.
And then the people should do it. Why? Because why?
Well, because we all wanted to be happy, energized, and do what we need to do.
There's something else that you do that's called brain reflexology.
Well, when our system doesn't work properly, our body, our muscles have spasms.
Our brains are messed up?
Sometime.
Yeah.
So when that happens and our muscles is spasm, there is no other way to say it, you don't know what to do. You take painkillers, that helps for a little bit, but you still have the problem. With brain reflexology, I do again with my hands, with pressure points, I release spasms, I increase blood circulation, and you feel great.
Okay, I have to ask you this. What is the difference between what you do and let's say somebody says, well, I can go, let's say, to an acupuncturist or I can go to a chiropractor. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is it's not invasive. It doesn't hurt. It's a very quick fix.
And you know, it almost sounds, when you said, I mean, how many on the brain, how many for the brain, how do you do that? Because for the adrenals, it's like 45 minutes of you, and it sounds like it's almost relaxing.
What usually I do, when I do adrenals activation, I add brain reflexology, and I add Reiki as well. And I'm sure people knows about Reiki. It's a transfer of energy. So in combine, those three treatments as one works the magic. So.
Now, he said that for our listeners, he would do a free consultation. So you can call him at 480-621-6041. His website is ArizonaLeechTherapy.com. Now, we got to talk a little bit about leeches, but you can go into that forever. And I want you to, just before the break, I want you to first tell about leeches and why they're so wonderful and how you came about doing it.
Well, I already mentioned about how I was introduced to leeches when I was 8 years old. And my aunt, she had thrombophlebitis. It's stage 4 varicose vein. Her legs was like poles, swollen. Veins was as thick as finger. And she couldn't walk. She couldn't do anything. She was in constant pain. So basically in Europe, back in Romania, doctors told her nothing we can do. Basically go home and die. So my mom took me to visit my aunt, and I saw a huge jar with leeches. And I was fascinated. I thought that little snakes. And then a woman was putting leeches on my aunt's legs. She worked on her for 3 years. After that, she got married. She had children, and everything went back to normal.
Wow. And it was about those leeches
Right.
are what did the trick.
Only.
But special leeches, really quickly tell them before.
There's over 1,000 leeches around the world. Only few of them medicinal. Number one is verbena. The second one is medicinalis. If people using different kind of leeches, I want them to stop.
But you can go to Pavel, and he will use the right ones for you. And you're going to go to a break and come back and talk further about this. It's going to be really neat. It's really interesting. That phone number to call him direct is 480-621-6041. It's ArizonaLeechTherapy.com. Hang tight. You're going to really want to listen to this because it's really different and it's really cool. He is the only one here in Arizona that does this. Hang tight. We're going to be back in just a minute.